Hi Libra, this is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing really well. And this is the reading for the week of May 17th through 23rd, 2021. And I think it's going to be a great week. I think that there's a lot of changes coming about in this world. And I think in some ways we're getting back to normal, but in some ways we're never going to be back to normal. So, with that said, we get your first card, which I think talks about you, is the King of Cups. This is a man, generally the cups are about emotions and love and things like that. But the King is also very stoic and strong. So I think that you've been stuffing your emotions down a lot. Instead of allowing yourself out, instead of being your authentic self, you've been stuffing those things down because right now you're just a little cautious. You're just not quite sure who you can trust or if you can even trust yourself. And that's not always a good place to be. I mean, it's always good to evaluate those things, but I think that you need to also allow that to come forth, to trust yourself and trust those in your inner circle. Because standing in a place of not trust is really tough. And next to that, this is kind of a place of new love, new friendship. And this is the Caduceus. And this is just this new relationship, this new friendship, this just is going to allow you to do a lot of healing. I think that this is going to almost be like a balm for your soul. But here, you're standing on a hill fighting everything off. So there's still a part of you that's afraid, seriously afraid, and you're going to fight things off, but you're fighting these things off from yourself more than anybody. So you need to stop and evaluate and decide what it is you need to do. Furthermore, we get the 10 of Wands. Turn it over. And this card is all about working really, really hard. And he's moving forward to someplace and he's carrying a big burden, a burden that he doesn't have to carry alone. And that goes back to that trust. As long as you're holding onto that burden by yourself and not trusting, it's going to be more than you ever wanted it to be. Next to that, we get the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is saying that he's just standing there and he's watching things and he's seeing how they're going. And he also needs to learn something new. He needs to learn a new lesson or a new way to do things. And I think this is going back to you have to learn to open your heart. But if you do, you get the Queen of Pentacles. And this queen, she's got it all. She's got finances. But I think in this case, she's got a happy life. See, she's got a bird in her hand. And she's in a beautiful garden. And this is what awaits you spiritually and emotionally if you just trust yourself. Trust that you know what's best for you. Okay, now I'm going to pull a card from the Power Animal Oracle deck. I just got this deck, and I actually like this book so much that I'm going to read to you from it after I pull the card. And you get the swan. So first of all, that tells me, without even looking at this, I'm going to talk to you about swans. Remember the story of the ugly duckling? And when the swan started out, he was kind of ugly. And as he grew, he turned into a beautiful swan. And that's what happens when we open our heart. It's like a flower. It's like a little bud. And it opens up. And it's beautiful and fragrant. And it says, appreciate the beauty inside and all around you. And the card says grace. So now I'm going to read it to you because the verbiage on the cards just do not do the cards themselves justice. Swan, look up at the stars tonight. Smell the fragrances in the air. Greet the sunrise tomorrow. Hear the sounds of Mother Nature's creatures as she awakens for the day. Look and really see the beauty and elegance of everything, from the tiniest leaf to the most gigantic tree and all that's in between. Don't judge what you see or experience as good or bad. Instead, appreciate the precious uniqueness of the diverse elements that make up this wonderful world in which we exist. You really need to get outdoors in nature to deepen this experience of appreciation. Mother Earth is your true mother. You're birthed from her through your biological mother. Honor her by simply reveling in the remarkable tapestry of her diverse expressions. And as you do, breathe deeply and slowly. You and your world are intimately interwoven, and you're alive in that world. Appreciate your own beauty and the magnificent being that you are as you revel in the elegant exquisiteness of all that you see, hear, and feel. So you see, you are precious, Libras. And not only are you precious, but you can trust yourself. You can learn to trust yourself. Namaste, y'all. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text to 405-512-9400. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel.